Hi there, Crankiest Fozzie here. Thank you for coming back to the channel and welcome. I appreciate it's been quite a long time since I last uploaded any content, and I'm really happy to be back. And this time I've got a different sort of strategy, and I know what I want to do with this going forwards. It's very early days. I'm going to assume that the previous didn't happen because it was quite out of the blue that I even tried to record and upload to YouTube, and the traction I got to begin with was fantastic. But that wasn't why I was doing it. It was literally just to share the love of the game. And I'm back here today because I'm in a really good place and I need some form of project. I'll explain a little bit about what's happening and what has been happening. Just a short story of my life. When I was growing up, I had quite a difficult upbringing. I went into foster care, and it really was a traumatic time for me. And as I got older, some of the previous experiences I would struggle to deal with. So I was drinking alcohol a hell of a lot and smoking, and it really wasn't good for me. But at the time, it felt great because I was hiding from all of that emotion which was being stored. And now I'm addressing that. I've quit drinking and I've turned my life around and really focused on staying healthy and staying mentally strong. I've been dealing with mental health nurses who've assessed me for autism, and it turns out that my son's autistic. I'm suffering with autism as well, and it makes a lot of sense because I would overanalyze everything and really struggle to come to terms with why am I thinking that. I would want to know, why was it created, who created it, what's the purpose, who benefits. And it really made me quite ill, and I was doing that with my own life, but I'm dealing with that now, and I'm going to meetings, and this is not what the video is about. Obviously you've come here for Football Manager content, and I've just given you a brief story. But basically, I am going to create a video of this video where I'm going to cut it down into sections. So if you just want to go and listen to the tactical side of it, or if you just want to watch the games, this is a quite a long-term save, so feel free to go ahead. But I'm going to spend some time now for an hour or so within this video breaking down how I get a team up and running. So I appreciate your patience. If you want to stop this video and wait for the bite size, feel free. I appreciate that. But for those of you who want to know how I get into it, stay tuned. So what to expect? I'm not going to commit to everyday videos. Before it was a little bit like, oh my god, I've done a video, I'm really happy with that, and then I just kept pumping them out. And some of them were Call of Duty videos, which wasn't getting many views, to be fair. That wasn't my target audience to begin with, it was Football Manager. But I'm going to do 3 videos per week on Football Manager, and I will be playing other games like Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm learning how to fly planes at the moment, and I've got some nice peripherals to play the game with. And I just want to share these experiences with you, and hopefully you enjoy your time here. But the save that I'm doing right now, as you can see on screen, I am Nemanja Vidic, and I've taken charge of Aberdeen. I'm a Manchester United fan and a big Alex Ferguson fan, and back in the day he had great success there. So let's get into it. So, need to catch my breath, bear with me. So that's all done. I've briefly had a look around at the club and realised that we've got 1 or 2 problems, but nothing major. So the rule of thumb, and what we're going to do, start with the assistant manager's suggested shape. So he believes that we should play this shape. Okay, so we're just going to do that. And to make it nice and simple, what's the agreed playing time? So to keep everybody happy, I'm going to make sure that everybody who's been promised their game time is going to get that, because there's no point in coming in and upsetting the apple cart straight away unless you absolutely need to. So look at him. Oh, he's got pace of 16, acceleration 17, off the ball 12, first touch, dribbling. Oh, he's a good dribbler. I see him as his crossing's 9. I don't see him as a winger. He could either be an inside forward or a advanced forward, I see. So let's place him up top to begin with, because he's lightning pace. He's going to get him behind a lot. Okay, but then again we have a striker here. What's he? So straight away, the first thing I ever look for in any player is their positioning and then off the ball. So he's a striker, so straight away the off the ball is 15. He's really good. His finishing is 13. Then the next thing I look at is technique. So off the ball, finishing, technique, first touch, composure. Look at his composure, it's only 8. But then again, it doesn't necessarily matter, because if you look at his pace, acceleration, 14 and 14, although his composure's low, he's gonna get many chances because of his pace. But you can also ask him to take shots first time. So you don't need composure for that. As long as he's got the ability, just stab it home. And we're going to be playing over the top kind of direct football anyway. So I'm going to switch that up, and I'm going to put him on the attacking midfield left. Right, and then the goalkeeper, let's have a little look at him. Same thing, positioning 12. But what are we looking for? One-on-ones, reflexes, handling, jumping reach, and passing is 12. That's quite cool for this goalkeeper. He's got 10 composure. For a goalkeeper, 10's good, because he's going to have a bit of time, unless he's being closed down at 100 miles an hour. His concentration is 15. Decisions, anticipation. Yeah, no, he's good. I think he's a sweeper keeper. So I'm going to place him in. We've got D mid here, ball winning midfielder, defensive midfielder. Positioning 12. Have we got any more centre midfielders here? So we got Shinny, he's got off the ball 12, positioning 13. I need to change the format of the height, bear with me. I prefer feet. Let's have a little look. Currency, where is it? Skin language, formats, here we go. Right, height, I prefer feet. Wages weekly. Stones, how many yards? Yep. Long distance miles, fractional, that's all fine. Okay, just setting up now. Okay, so what's his height? That's what I want to know. He's 6'1". So the reason I'm looking for his height as a D mid, you want quite a tall player, generally. Unless you're playing, there's many different ways to play the game, but the way I'm setting up straight away, because it's a new team, in fact, let me just show you. Dynamics. Look at this team cohesion. It's very poor. Club atmosphere is poor. Managerial support is average. So the reason why I want a structured start is because the players are not going to play. If you ask them to play expansive, expressive football, they're going to struggle with that, because you're asking them to go beyond. You're asking them to be fluid rather than rigid or structured, if you like. And you'll see that by the tactic that we create to begin with. Right. So, Ross McCurry. Let's have a little look at you. Positioning 12, 6'1", marking, tackling, techniques 10, strength is 12. What's the other guy's strength? Sorry, 14. No, he's perfect. I like you there. Stamina 15. Yeah, natural fitness 15. He's a good runner. His pace is 12. I think he's a box to box, to be honest. I know he's got ball winner, but his passing is 12. Vision 8. Okay, Off the ball 6. Actually, no, take that back. Off the ball, he's more of a support player going forwards. Let's have a little look. We've got Shinny, ball winning. They've got a lot of ball winners, haven't they? Right, defence centre. Let's put you in. Trying to work out who goes where. Look, there's another one here. Positioning 11, off the ball 10, passing 15, vision 13, technique 14. I think he might be my creator. Yeah, well, it says deep line playmaker anyway. But I don't always read what they say. Like they might say ball winning midfielder, and I see them as completely different. So let's get you in. What else we got? Regular starter. He can't be a striker. He's got to play on the right. So he can't finish. Well, I mean he can, but he's not a specialist. So he plays 1-2, tries tricks, cuts in from both wings. And he's left foot. Okay, I see what I'm going to do with this guy. He's going to play on the left. On the right and cut in to his left. And you've got another regular starter here who's wing back. Oh, look at his pace. Pace, acceleration, positioning, off the ball. Crossing is 9, not great. Passing 9, not great. But his speed is going to make up for it. He curves the ball, knocks ball past opponent, and he's left-footed. So let's play him as a wing-back. That's quite simple. And then squad player. Right, so what we're going to do between these two, he can actually play defence centre. He's got passing at 12. Do you know what? What you will find is I do not stick to this. I try and put squares in round circles. I adapt and I try and think outside the box. Like for example, you might see me play a cam player at left back, or you might see me play a right wing back at right winger, or you might see me play a ball-winning midfielder up front as a pressing forward and things like that. And this is what I'm going to teach you as to how you can think differently about football. Like Pep Guardiola is renowned for looking at space and creating gaps where others wouldn't even think of it, if that makes sense. And I've read a lot of books on tactics and inverting the pyramid and get it in a mixer, and there's quite a few books that are out there that I recommend reading if you're interested into the tactical side. But yeah, we do some crazy stuff on this channel. You watch. So let's have a little look. Let's play you as defence centre for right now. And then Shinny, you can go into midfield left, defence right. So I'm just going on this at the moment. This is my only thing I'm thinking. There might be better players up here, but right now I'm ignoring that. So we've got our players in position. Let's see what we can do with these. Right, so straight away I know he's left-footed, so he's going to be an inverted winger or inside forward. Let's have a look. Can you finish? Dribbling 15, passing 10, finishing 10, composure 11. I don't think he's a winger. I think he's more an inside forward. So let's go inside forward attack. You are going to play, depending on our back line, pace 12, acceleration 12, pace 10. Oh, a bit shaky. How tall are you? 6'3". Okay, you're our big man. And he's also fairly tall. Jumping reach 13, heading 14, technique 10. Jumping reach 15, heading 15, technique 9. Okay. So we're going to have to play a fairly reserved back line. We can't play high expensive football. So what we're going to do is we're going to stretch the pitch, which I call a suicide stretch. One thing you're going to see, and it drives me insane, when you watch all these tactic videos and download all these tactics, and they're always up there and up there. And then they're like this, and then they're preventing this, and getting stuck in, and then you have like counter press, counter. It's unrealistic. You can't do it. I mean, you'll win matches playing like that, agreed, but you'll play 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games, and then all of a sudden the teams will work you out, and then it changes. And the opposition managers are so much better on Football Manager 2023 that they will adapt to that in game, and you'll find that it works, and then all of a sudden it just doesn't. And that's tactics as a whole. You can't be unrealistic. It's the only way I'm going to say it. I want to play the game realistically. How would a team actually operate generally? And we're going to have 3 tactics based on the same tactic. And I'm going to show you exactly what I do. It's real simple. Okay. So let's go with this. So the suicide stretch is basically what I'm doing there. So you've got your back line lower, your high press up there, and then we'll launch forward. But we might try and play football. It depends. The club vision is to play entertaining football. Okay, so they want a little bit of Barcelona-esque Man City type football anyway. But it doesn't have to be that. It could also be Liverpool high-octane, direct, fast, rapid, overlapping wing-backs. That could be entertaining football too. So you can play football any way you want, but you just have to try and adapt it to the players that you've got at your disposal. So we will tweak, and I'm not scared of losing games. We will lose games. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. Right. So sweeper keeper, and also we've got a fast sweeper keeper who can pass the ball. So we can straight away ask him to play to the centre backs and full backs. That's fine for now. Let's get the players' roles right. Sorry, bear with me. Crossing 9. I'm going to leave you as a fullback. You prefer passing. 12, vision and 8. Centre back's fine. He's not a nonsense back because he can pass. And then, sorry, look at the player himself. Passing 9. So this guy is a nonsense, no nonsense centre back. And do you have pace? No, not really. So I'm just going to leave it like that. That might change to stopper cover. Generally, I wouldn't have a stopper when there's a D-mid in front of them. I'll just keep it nice and basic at the moment. And he wants to be a ball winner, but let's have a little look. Aggression 14, marking, tackling, anticipation. Yeah, you could be a ball winner. If we're going to play a ball winner, then we will tend to push up. So let's do that. So I'm going to try the higher line with the ball winner, closing it down like so. This is tactic number 1 anyway. Shinny, what's your abilities? He's another ball winner. Positioning, off the ball. He can do both, so he's definitely a support player. Dribbling, no. So first thing I'm going to say is, in this area of the park we need to look after the ball more, so dribble less. I don't want you dribbling, just lay it off and move forward. Just that for now. These might change. Off the balls at 10 here. I want somebody who's going to go forward into the space, especially actually let's have a little look at the winger. So I'm trying to connect the dots. It's a puzzle. It's not just one fits all. We have to set it up so that they get the best out of the player. So I get the best out of the player, and the team instructions also fit what the player's trying to do. He's an inverted winger, right-footed, off the ball 12, crossing. He can't cross. We've already established this. We're going to play him as an inside forward attack. So generally speaking, if I've got 2 inside forwards on attack, I would want to have like a deep line forward. Can you pass? He has passing of 12, vision of 12, teamwork 10. He's not really. He's an advanced forward. He's got dribbling. So we're just going to leave it like that, but it's going to be a three-pronged attack. It's just going to be fast, direct. We're not going to play tiki-taka around the box. We're just going to get it in there and look to score goals. So in fact, that straight away tells me turn the tempo up. I'm going to play out of defence because we can. We've got these numbers. And we're not going to work it into the box. We're going to play with higher tempo and get it in there. High octane, entertaining football on a, let's go with a positive mentality. In fact, if we're looking to finish fourth, I might even start attacking mentality. And then out of possession, we don't need to turn that up. So it's very easy to over-exert or be the extreme. So for example, if I'm playing attacking mentality, that is literally going to get everybody closing, running towards the ball anyway when you haven't got it. So if I all of a sudden then start doing this, what I'm doing is it's just like, I want you to run at that centre-back at all costs. Even if he's going to pass it right and go round you and there you go, there's the gap, I still want you to charge at him. Whereas if it's more balanced, it's still extreme, but it's not too extreme, if that makes sense. We're going to prevent short goalkeeper kicks, and that's about it. That's all I'm going to do. These two are quite important as well. If I say get stuck in, it's quite obvious. They're going to go charging in and they're going to try and make tackles. But if I say you can still get them to charge and stay on their feet to make mistakes, so you're closing the gaps rather than trying to injure yourself winning the ball back. So we'll just play it by ear, and we might add that later. But what we are going to do is counter press, but we're not going to change any of this. That's it. Because we're high up, we don't need that higher. We're going to prevent the short goal kicks and counter press. That's the basic. It's so easy to overdo these tactics. It really, really is. So that's our basic. What's the best way to explain it? So if we go to the season preview, we're predicted to finish 5th actually, but everybody look at the odds difference between Aberdeen and Dundee. There's 100 between them. So Dundee downwards, I will play that formation. If we're playing Hibs or Hearts, I will create the same. Let's create a new tactic. Create your own style. It's going to be the same formation in all three. Okay, so this one, and then I'm going to create a new tactic. Create your own style. 4-3-3. Right, so tactic number 2. In fact, it's probably easier if I save this as 4-3-3. Aberdeen. That's the standard, right? And then I'm going to load that again. I'm not even going to change the roles, barely. So 4-3-3 Aberdeen, and then create, load 4-3-3 Aberdeen. Boom. Right. So now on the second tactic, I'm going to go on more balanced. I'm not going to change that. I'm going to keep it the same. The only difference is we're going to regroup and counter. We will still do that, sorry, that's great. But we're going to come standard, mid-block. And that's it. We're not going to prevent that, because if you do that, the front man's going to close down and they're going to have all sorts of space. I want them to come on to us so that we can get the win the ball, and then counter like quickly, and that is it. It's as simple as that. We're going to let them play, and then we will come at them. So it's a mid game, and then this is how, when we're playing Celtic or Rangers, we could play this, but this is way too negative for that. The only difference for those two teams, Celtic and Rangers, is I would turn counter off. That's the only difference. And if they're pressing high, then I would stop doing this and go more to the flanks and distribute quickly. So we go on the counter without like running forward and creating massive holes. Yeah, so that's that one. And then this one, this is your extreme. So when you're winning games, or not necessarily winning, because like I just explained, just take counter off. But when you're getting to like the 75th minute plus and you're 1-0 up and you're playing a really good team, or you're seeing shot count rise really quickly because they've changed, and normally your assistant will tell you that they've changed to an attacking style, and I'll show you tricks of ways of seeing all of this, but it's literally shutting the door. It's called my shut up shop tactic. So I would literally go defensive. All of this I would be time wasting, slow the tempo down, direct passing down, be more disciplined, play for set pieces, don't play out of defence, work it into the box. In fact, you can play out of defence. It depends though. If they're pressing high, just be careful. You might need to switch that off. But let's have it off for now. We're working into the box, so we're not trying to just launch it. But it don't matter if you do. Yeah, let's just do it. Whatever. But we're going to regroup. But we're not going to counter. And we're not going to do this. We're just going to slow the pace right down. But we're going to come right down, and we're going to trigger the press less and stay on feet. That is it. It's the defensive. It's all about what you're doing with the defence, because it can make a real big issue for you. And if you do this, I promise you, you'll think it's really negative, but it does see the game as out. Right. So that's it. The only difference between these tactics or styles is if I'm playing a high line, I wouldn't have somebody dribbling in behind up the top, because there's no room for him to do that. You've got that room from the width, so I'll just switch him to a poacher. And I'm also going to ask him, if I remember rightly, his composure wasn't great. Yeah, so his composure's low. So I'm just going to go on to training and ask him for additional focus. No, is it? I've got my assistant doing it, I think. Development, training. I want him to do additional focus. Is it that? No. Well, how do I move? How do I get him to? I want him to. That's a report. Oh, new trait. Sorry, bear with me. Technical. Yeah, you. Finishing training. I want you to shoot first time. Long shots. Try lob. Nope. Try get round. Nope. Try blast ball in the back of the net. Play shots. Rifle free kick. Overhead kicks. What's that got to do with anything? Fewer longer shots. Where's it like first time shots? Try long shots. Try to lob. Alright, just try and blast it into the net then. Trait poor technique. Okay, he's got poor technique, but he's got poor composure as well. So just do as I ask, please. Thank you. Yeah, so that's the tactic done. Right, so we've got a high line pushing against them, and actually I would have one of these going forwards. Which one is it? I mean, they're both on support. They both will go forwards, but who's got the better off the ball and passing? I think it's you, isn't it? Yeah, vision. Right, so I want you as a central midfielder attack. You could even have advanced playmaker. Is vision, technique, passing, advanced playmaker attack. That's what we're going to do. Right, that's that one. So when we're playing high, I also want you to be a wing back support, because they're inside forwards ahead. We need a right back by the looks of it. Nonsense centre back. I'm going to ask you just play as a central defender and defend. Pace. Who's got pace out of the two of you? You're going to play as cover. Don't bother playing offside traps until you've got the lines between them. If they're not familiar with each other, I promise you're going to concede a lot of goals because of it. Yeah, so it's just minor tweaks. Right, so you're still going to do the same thing. Because we're playing a lower line now, the advanced forward has got room to dribble into. And inside forwards on a lower line like this don't really work because he's got a long way to get to there. So instead of being inside forwards, inverted winger, and it's still on attack, but it's all about where the space is and what the role does. And you'll see that over time, the difference that it makes. So that's that. And this is the shut up shot. So I'm not even asking you to play. I just want you to defend. You can still be inside wingers on attack. So we need an outlet. If you just sit back and defend, you'll get beat. And this across the back line is literally don't play with the ball. He's got that. Don't play. Just get rid. A ball winning midfielder when you're down low. Do not, no go. Even have you on that and box to box. That's about as attacking as it gets. And we will switch in game between these three tactics depending on situation, and it's as simple as that. Right, now let's have a look at what we can add to this. So we have got a wing back. I said ring back. Wing back in Jaden Richardson. Pace, look at his pace. Ooh. I mean, off the ball 12. He's actually pretty good. Off you pop. And that's the first team complete. Right, then, just to show you something else, how I also, this is what I use a lot. So I'm just going to switch screens over to my Excel. I would tend to type in all of these players. So for example, Hayes, bear with me, Hayes, right back, McCory, and then I will place it. I'll do this off screen later, but I'm just showing you that I would literally create a spreadsheet in order to create my team, and then I've got my notes here which I'm using, etc, etc, etc. But all of the stuff that I've been learning over the years with Football Manager, like how to beat teams when they won't come out and play, etc. I make changes, tweaks, playing with ball playing defenders. I mean, feel free to pause this and read some of this stuff because it's really useful and it does work. Like there's tactics here that I've created, centre midfield and winger partnerships, crossing partnerships, wide player combinations. Like this all works. This is all the research that I've done over the years. Defensive midfielders, inside forwards, like what works together. Feel free to look at this stuff and use it because it works. But I'm actually going to put it into practice in front of you so you see. Right, that's the first team, by the way. So what I would do with that, oh, hang on, sorry, you're still stuck on that screen, aren't you? Let me switch that back. Sorry about that. But I'm not sorry because you've just gained a lot of my insight of knowledge just by reading that. Defensive principles is something I've been researching recently, and since I've done that, it's made me love the game even more. I've got 4 goalkeepers in total, by the way. Joe Lewis, he's on £5 a week. 1-on-1, 50. Oh, he looks good. I like him. And he can also pass. Right, he's going to be my number 2. I haven't even looked at the others, but he's going in there. Right, and then what we need to do is find the second 11. So the way I would do that is I would look via this. So Liam Scales, let's have a little look at you. Passing 14, tackling 13, first touch, crossing. So straight away I can see that he's a creative player. Marking and tackling, his tackling is quite good. He's got pace. His strength is not very good. So he is a creative fullback. He might even become the number one left back. But at the beginning, don't upset the apple cart. Keep the players that are set as regular starters or star players. Make sure they are playing and bring these players in slowly, based on form, training, all of that good stuff. So you'll see how I sort of integrate, because you can do really well with players that are not that good, as long as you make the right decisions at the right time. And often I will make the wrong decision, and I don't mind losing games. This is something I've struggled with in the past, because in my nature I want to be the best at everything, but it's not possible. So defender, centre. Right, so we've got quite a big squad. We could even play three at the back, you know. Positioning, passing. Right, centre back. Sorry, that's a centre back. In fact, let's do it like this. Ability. So we can see what we're working with here. Selections. Right, so we've got centre back. We need one more centre back on there, which we don't have, but I thought we just said, no, we do, here. He's a left centre back, so I'm going to switch them sides. Right back. Two central midfielders, or three should we say. We need a D mid, two central midfielders. He's an attacking. Interesting. Passing 14, vision 14, first touch 12. He's 21 years old. His decisions 12. Off the ball is a letdown. So he's all right, but he's not great. 7. It's more like number 8 actually. Right, so we need number 6, which is the D mid. Midfield centres, 2 midfield centres. He's injured for how long? 3 months. Don't worry about him for now. Midfield centre Duncan. Positioning off the ball 8 and 9. He's not great, but he's only 18. So don't write him off just because of that. 6. Midfield centre, midfield right. Dribbling, crossing's not great. I see. Passing, he's 5'8". Midfield centre. So we're just going to put him in there for now. So 6, 7, 8 is my centre midfielders. Then we want the left winger, second left winger, and right winger, inverted winger, left footed. Right, so you're going to go on the right side, which is number 10. Left side winger, freestyle here. Look. Coulson, sorry. He's left-footed, plays as a natural left winger. Okay, so you can go in there, and then we need the second striker, which is Marley Watkins. Finishing, what are you? 6'1", strength 13, heading. First touch is 10, passing 12. Teamwork. See, I'm actually looking straight away for someone who can play as a target man or deep line forward, or poacher for that matter. But no, he can't finish at all. Striker. Although he's the only one we've got. So It looks like we need a striker, and that's the only thing I'm going to look to buy by the looks of it. He's just a squad player. Doesn't matter. So let's have a little look. In fact, before we look, what's this? Association responsibility in areas. Signing scouts, back room, handling scouting meetings, back room. I'm not that bothered. I just go looking. I just players in range, and then I will have a new search, and then literally I will look for attributes that suit exactly what it is you're looking for. But the most important of the attributes is literally mentality. So first thing I want is off the ball, strength, pace, acceleration, teamwork, anticipation, really important. Anticipation, especially as a striker, you need to know what it is you're going to do, where's the pass coming from, and that's it. And then the rest can stand. Like, I'm not bothered about the technicals as much, and all I would do is just minimise these until, there you go, we've got 17 players with those attributes, and there's a few, like for example, that are not signed up. So he's got pace, he's got a bit of strength, he's off the ball's quite good, composure, finishing, dribbling. I mean, at this level he's a good player. He's 6 foot tall and all. Jerome Sinclair, who did you play for? History. So he played for Watford, CSKA Sofia on loan. I mean, his goal ratio isn't that great. He's more of a team player than a goal scorer, but I reckon with those stats, decisions are a bit of a letdown. But as a striker, he's quite interesting. Let's see if we can get him. Can you? Oh, I don't want. I'm not interested. Not interested. I can do it myself. He's not interested. Exit talks. That's the problem. What have we got? He's loan listed from Blackpool. Ooh. Off the ball, 14 as well. I might try. How much have we got available? Transfer budget 250 grand. Oh my god. It's like being in League One, to be fair. Let's see if we can sign him. Make an offer. Oh, come on. I don't want to do all this. It's because I've started a new game. Find and sign players for the first team. Manager, youth for the future. Yeah. Just getting on my nerves. I'm sorry about that. How much is he worth? 35. I've got 2.4 million. Okay, maybe not. Right, we'll loan him 100% of his wages. Suggest terms. Okay, finalise. Right, I've said he's going to be a regular starter. He probably will, and I've probably created that little conflict that I was saying to avoid. But we do have European football, so there's plenty of games for him to play. Accept. Right, let's just get going. The whole point of this is just so you can see exactly what it is I'm doing. Oh, I'm not bothered about this. I literally just end meeting. I'm not bothered. Like, I'm not changing anything. I'm just making one change. I'm signing that striker, and that's it. That's my two teams, and I'll work with what I've got. Even if I get injuries, I'll work with that. It's just setting it up. I hate this beginning bit. Oh, that's a point. I'm not looking at. So let's have a look at my spreadsheet I created earlier. What it is that we need to be doing to keep you guys engaged for a start. And I'm sorry if I'm boring you right now, but I'm literally just trying to get back on my toes. I'm quite nervous, I can't lie. I'm just talking Football Manager, but it'd be nice to actually talk more about what it is you guys are interested in. What do you want to see out this save? Do you have any questions? Like tactically, I love to analyse. So if you have a question about tactics or player roles or what works best with what, and ask me, because even if I don't know the answer, I'll go and look it up. And if I don't find the right answer, I'll just try it and test it over and over again until it either works or fails. There's a tactic that I've tried to use for this game for years, but I feel like with the defensive principles that I've just been researching, that I will be able to add that to the game, and we'll have a laugh one game, and I might be winning, and I'll just try it, and you'll see it's actually quite. On paper, it looks quite crazy, but actually, in reality, it's not. I can do it on FIFA, but it just doesn't work on Football Manager. Right. Oh, that's the point. We need to add friendlies and set pieces. So we've got two large centre backs, so set pieces, corners. On standard tactic, we're going to go attacking. I'm not bothered about the defensive one so much. It's just about this. Put the two defenders on front and back post. Put the striker at the near post for tap-ins. And then you want your best long-range shooter lurking outside the box. So what can you do? Long shots 10. Long shots 12, that's fine. What's your long shots, please? Long shots 14, there we go. 13, sorry. That's fine. And then Shinny, you've got marking tackling. That's perfect. So that's that one done. And then this can be mixed, that's fine. And then routine right. So you can actually just save the routine as target man, front, rear, post. So the centre backs are the target man. And what you could actually also do is just aim for near post. You can also do this with, let me just load, so bear with me. So it just replicates it really on the opposite side, and then we're going to go near post, because if you hit your best header near post, he's going to flick it on, and then there's more likely for it to reach the player or cause a rift. So all the defenders will move one way, he will win the head, and then something will happen from that. The magic will happen. But there is one thing that I do need to do, which is more important, is the attacking corners when we are winning. Because I generally will do this. There's no point in having your players forwards when you're winning. Especially when you're seeing a game out. So D mid, come back. I actually want you to come back. There, okay. Midfield, centre, right. Attacking midfield, left. Right. Let's actually do that. Yeah, let's fit him into that. That's it. Then striker can come across here and then just get them to play short. So it's just basically keeping possession like the corner never happened, and then save that routine. Defense, attackive. That would do. And then switch to the right side and then load. Attack if. Does that even make sense? I don't think it does, but it is what it is. We know what it is. Boom, just switch these around. They just need to be reversed, that's all. Oh my god, I've got a neighbour that doesn't stop singing. So if you can hear her, I do apologise. It's not my fault. How's the mic, by the way? I've just bought this mic and it's not expensive. I just thought, do you know what? Is what it is. It's a nice cheap mic. Let's go. But does it sound okay? Right, that's it. So let's see. Oh my god, all these inductions and meet players. Right, to be honest with you, I don't know if I'm going to get this right. So I'd like to introduce myself as your new manager and answer any questions that you may have. Welcome. I'm pleased to see you in charge and hope your reign is a long and successful one. Let's not make any promises. What do we want to achieve? So the board is top half, but I'm going to say European at least. So that's exactly what I wanted to hear. Win, reach final. Latter stages is fine, to be honest. I'm not bothered about the domestic cup, and that's fine. To be fair, we did well. It's really important to get that right, because the morale at the beginning of the season, especially when they don't know who you are, and you've got no badges and you start from that, it's really difficult. Right, I don't care about the training. I don't do the training. I will tweak it. For example, if I see that we've got 3 games in the week and I can see there's a match practice, I will take that out and put things like rest. But generally, I just try and get it done as quickly as possible, and tweak as I go. So at the beginning, I'm going to make mistakes. We're going to lose games. But I feel like with the team that we've got, the tactics that I've just set... hang on. Loan has been delayed. Why? Yes. No, hang on. 375 grand is required to deduct from... okay. Can I change that? Hang on, finances. Make budget different. 302, confirm it's coming. Oh, I need you. Why have I got to pay? No, okay. So we can't have him. But don't worry. What we would do, just to make sure. Isaac Vassell, hang on. I recognise that name. History. Cardiff, there you go, that's why. What have you got? He's not a European player though, is he? Flair, off the ball. First touch is a letdown. This is a striker, by the way. Dribbling, he's got pace in that, but no, he's not good enough. I don't know why I'm looking at him. Right, let's scout from there down. Report. Sign scout. Scouting ball. That's fine. I don't really get into the whole deep diving of the game. I just set up the tactics, set up the team, play for a while, find out what's wrong with the team and slowly change it. What's this? So Morton have made an offer to loan. Are you in my 22? So what I mean by that is, are you in this? Who is it? Morton Duncan. Ryan Duncan. Right, okay. You're not really going to be playing that much, but we have got an injury up there. No, we can't loan you out at the moment because we have an injury. It's long term, so no. So what team do you support? What game are you playing right now? Are you enjoying the current Football Manager 2023, or are you finding it harder? I'm finding it much harder, I can't lie. The opposition AI are making much better decisions these days. Oh, what's going on here? I decline. I don't care about recruitment meeting, thank you. I will literally just find a player and get the best out of them. That's the way I play the game. You know what? We haven't played any friendlies, have we? Why is that? And my squad, they're not even ready. Okay, what's going on here? Premier Sports Cup. What is that? Is this important? Club Vision. Current season record since Premier half finish. Reach latter stages of Scottish Cup. Sports reached the latter stages. Okay, so we're not even ready. We've not even played any games. Right, so I am going to... Sorry, Scotland is weird. Every time I played this game, you get friendlies. Right, let's have a game to there. Who are we going to larger? Reputation, Rangers. Should we have a game against Rangers? We'll probably lose, but there's more money in it. Look, we get 200. Should we make a bit of money? Confirm. No, I didn't mean to cancel that. Confirm. And then arrange another friendly. There. Who are we going to be? Let's have a small or similar or smaller. Someone quite close. Motherwell. I want to test us. I don't want it easy. But yeah, we're going to be absolutely knackered against our first game. Against Sterling. Can you go away? Development, back room. I'm not interested. Sorry, I should have unchecked all of this stuff before I started, but okay, so we've got a couple of friendlies sorted. I will play the first team and the second team and see what happens. Tactical familiarisation. Like they prefer, they actually prefer to play like this. And to be fair, to begin with, that's kind of how we should be playing, because we're not ready for that. We will play that, and within the training, another little thing. Overview. Okay, so let's focus on this tactic. So number 2, let's save. Right, so this is counter. This is our counter. So save Aberdeen. Counter. Save, and then we'll save this one as 4-3-3 Aberdeen shut up shop. Okay, because there's no point in training for this one if we're not ready for it. So the club atmosphere's gone up, but the team cohesion is still low. What we can do, by the way, if we go into training calendar and just add for the next few weeks recovery, extracurricular, team bonding, confirm this time, add team bonding. It's really important, it will get that to go up a lot quicker. Add it here. Confirm, and then one more time. I think that will be enough. So it's basically cinema nights with your teammates and whatnot. Go for meals together, play games. Oh my God, can you just stop? Thank you, I know how to do this. Right. So what I'm going to do, because we picked our first and second team so far, we need Watkins to go on as your second striker, if you like. But what you do is just save, manage, save the team selection. So at pre-season I will go first 11 subs, and then I'll rotate the whole team. I won't do that until I play the next game, and then save that, and then I can literally just come in here and select the team. But what I'm going to do for now is just get the assistant to pick the team for me, because I'm not that bothered. It's just about match fitness right now. Let's see how we go. The volume's a bit loud. Let's turn it down. I'm going to play in key highlights. I'm not going to watch the game and dissect it. Just give me a reason to pick. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't fancy us in this game. I think we're going to lose. Oh my god. Let's change the view. I like to play in sideline so I can see it tactically, and then I can zoom in, zoom out. Right, a little tip, by the way. This will show you. So if I go back to 0, right. So if you look at their back line, you can tell if they're going to attack. If they're playing a flat back four, like a full-back support, defend, support, then they will be in a straight line, or no nonsense across the back would definitely be in a straight line. But you can tell straight away that he's a left. He's going to be overlapping. He's on attack because he's ahead of that guy back there, but he's also ahead of him. So he's support, he's attack, but I think they're playing as fullbacks. Whereas if you look at mine, I'm playing central defenders with wing backs. So instantly you can see exactly what it is I'm looking to do. So you've got your anchor man there, ball winning midfielder, whatever you call him. And that, yeah, you can tell who's going to line up how. And personally, looking at that, I think I should be playing fullbacks. So if I go back to live, wing backs is a bit too adventurous for this particular tactic. Oh, fullback support. Okay, that goes against everything I just said, doesn't it? Interesting. So what are they playing then? They must be playing... That's interesting. Okay, ignore what I just said then. Fullback. So they're playing a possession style, build it up over the top. Good save. Yeah, so I'm just going to say encourage. Let's get a goal from the corner. So at the moment, I think Rangers will be quite fit, and they've probably played some pre-season friendlies, and we haven't even bothered. I wasn't focused. Right, let's sort this out. I don't normally play with this skin. Bear with me a second. I don't know what's happened. I've thrown myself off since just the Football Manager skin. Thank you. That's great. Great, thank you. Right, so come on. Rangers are going to be way better than Aberdeen, let's be fair. We need to close the gap. To be expected, really. We've not played a game, we've got no fitness. Our team cohesion is very, very low. Let's encourage the players. 15 minutes in. We've had 4 shots. So we're not doing badly. Like the stats, you can normally tell if it's shocking. Now we're trying to play football, by the way. We've gone to tactic number 1, which is let's have a go. Statistically, you're actually better off attacking than defending. To get wins, but we're playing Rangers. I expect us to concede chances, even in whatever formation we play, however we set up. There's just sometimes teams are better than you. Very easily. Offside, We're pressing hard. It's like the front man's got no, he's not trying to fight for anything. Easy, Tiger. Look, play out wide. Thank you. No one's making a run or... They're on attack. The front four are on attack. Oh, we're playing on attacking, that's why. Sorry, the mentality is too high. The mentality is way too high. Let's go back down to balance. Because although you're changing the formation, sorry, mentality, not formation, if you've got the wrong mentality, it's quite obvious. I mean, we're not even really getting any XG. Although it's better than Rangers and they're 1-0 up. So, just to keep encouraging. You can't win every game, and it is what it is. I enjoy the game, win, lose or draw. In fact, you learn a lot more from your losses than you do your wins. Let's just boost on, I'm going to say, defence. Not been good enough so far. Midfield, playing laziness, attackers. I'm not happy with the finishing. Just try and get as much green, but be honest. Don't try and tell them what doesn't fit. Like sometimes I press the wrong button by mistake and it can throw you off, and then you can see goals because of it. So let's have a little look. Sometimes it's worth pausing the game to look. So we're not really closing down very well. And our striker is miles away from their centre-back. So when we do win it, I feel like we're too far away to do any damage. So, hang on, what formation are we playing right now? This is the counter press. What's going on here? Hang on, bear with me, sorry. So we're playing our attacking formation, but I still feel like he's a million miles away. We haven't broke through the thirds, that's why. Let's keep watching. And when I say attacking, this is our best version of attacking. Sometimes you just have to allow it, move on, next. I did pick one of the harder games to play straight away, but I think just based on those stats there, 7 shots to their 10, 3 on target, our XGs, I mean, it doesn't look great, but they've just got better quality than us. It is what it is. Considering we've got ball-winning midfielders across the middle of the park, it's quite annoying that you're not getting anything out of them. Let's make some subs. Right, so goalkeeper. I'm literally doing this because of the legs. We need some of this sharpness to increase. It's right, midfield right, so we might swap that around now actually and have winger attack. Inverted wingers, both sides. I mean, it's quite a pronged attack. I might change that up. I think I'm going to have one stay wide, especially if you've got a centre midfielder on attack, because if you have inverted winger attack, he's literally coming up here to the byline, and then he's doing the same thing. So I think there's a bit of conflict there. Maybe the inverted winger on this side becomes support, so he comes into here rather than behind there. that makes sense. But now that he's going up there, it's going to create better opportunities for this guy. Defence centre, midfield right, second midfield. He's already on. I'm literally just throwing players on for fitness purposes. I've not sat and worked out the team properly, but we did recall that this guy, maybe not, I thought he was the wing back. But yeah, we're going to lose games. Don't be disheartened by your losses. It's part and parcel of the game. I used to struggle with them. I don't think playing out from the back is going to work against Rangers going forward, but you have to try it in order to see it. Yeah, that's not ideal. I'm happy though. I know we've lost 2-0, 89th minute. But the shot count, I know we're not getting the highlight to show us having the shots, but we're obviously doing something right. And it's literally keeping it really basic. I actually feel that playing out of defence, it sucks your defenders back towards your goalkeeper anyway. So going from back to front is longer, and you need players with better passing, better vision, better technique. And in the Scottish Premier League, when you're not Celtic or Rangers, I mean, you don't have that same quality that like a Liverpool will have, for example. So playing them closer is not necessarily a good thing. Having them further away, clear the ball, clear the lines. The goalkeeper's good with his feet anyway. So now let's stop playing out from the back. We might do against lesser teams, but obviously Rangers wasn't a good idea. To begin with, I'm just going to let the assistant pick the teams for... Oh, can you go away with all these? I know how to play the game. It's so frustrating when it's constantly saying, let's do this. Let's show you how to play this. Motherwell. Let's go. It's about fitness. I don't care about the layout. But I'm probably making it look like I don't know what I'm doing. But I promise you I do. It just takes a little while to get there with your team. Clarkson with the corner, knocks it into. They did what we asked. We will concede. Concede? What am I talking about? When we score, concede. Oh dear. Right, come on then. Let's have a go. There's the lines. Being mocked up. It just feels like our team's got no energy. I've been playing my save with Hereford and it's highlight after highlight of us, but with this team, are you joking? I don't think I know how to play the game anymore. Encourage. Right, what are we doing wrong? Something's not right. This is not a high press, is it? Right, so let's change Shinny. Positioning 13. Positioning 11. Positioning 12. So Shinny, you are the man, but Maybe ball winner. Yeah, we're playing a lower line. Ball winner's not great. Nonsense. Let's change you to just standard centre back. I know what I'm looking to do. Bear with me a second. Let me just look at some of my notes. We're going to go attacking. We're going to go higher defensive line. Not sure about that though. But the way that we're going to attack, I think it is the inside forwards, inverted wingers and advanced forward. I think we need one to stay wide. Are you right? You're left footed. Oh, he's right footed. Okay. Finishing pace. Right, okay, this is what we're going to do. I think we're playing at home and we're playing sort of counter football, and it's counterproductive because look at the gap between. Yeah, it's the same thing as against Rangers. It takes a little while to see it, but the lines are too close together from the front to the back, whereas their line is very stretched. Encourage. I'm not bothered about losses. I don't care if we lose all of our friendlies. But I say all two. Can we have a highlight, please? Is this team that bad? It is the team cohesion. Attacking. What are you going to do with that? There, go. You're in. Finish. Good lad. That's better. Well done. How do you say his name? Moivski scores. He's on his jet ski because he scores Moivski. It's a great ball as well. Look at that. Long team. First touch. Finish. Good ball. 1-1. I do find the gaps. It takes a little while, but I'll get there. And we will do well. I can assure you. With the team that we've got, with one addition, that's all we're going to do is transfer one striker. So let's encourage. To be honest with you, if I was to be playing in extended or comprehensive, then I'd see it a lot quicker, but I just feel like team cohesion takes a while anyway, so even if it's wrong, like, you're still going to make mistakes, the team's going to make mistakes, we're not fit, we're nowhere near ready to be playing competitive football, yet we're going to be next match, so I feel like we're going to go out to the cup straight away, that's going to be our fitness building, so just hope it gets better, huh? We just conceded, which isn't good. I think this game's going to be tougher than the next one we play. Speaking of which, I'm going to have to save some of the players' legs for that game. Like, it's them again, look, they're fit. Like, they're just running rings around us. And it's literally because of this fitness. Right, let's go goalkeeper, change. Defence left centre, midfield right. What is your favourite crossing? Oh, okay, I think you'll be better there actually. I might make a note of that. Duncan, dribbling, crossing, pace. He's off the ball's not great, but He's 18 years old. I think he might be a starter. I might put you in there, so Duncan. So in my spreadsheet, I'm just adding this. I will slowly develop my team like that. The amount of times that I've made that spreadsheet and put all the players on there, and then halfway through the season I realise, actually, I'm changing it. It changes all the time, but it always ends up getting stronger every time. Watkins up top. Richardson, you've got a decent pace, haven't you? 16, 17. I'm going to put you as a wing back support. Morrison, it's like I've got loads of right wingers. Pace. Winger. I'm going to put you on the left. Another midfielder on the right. Okay, you could be that guy. You're that guy. I'm just hoping one of these just scores a goal and goes that I'm your man. But things have to happen for me to notice it. Left back. This is the guy with crossing of pace. Wing back support. Oh, I should have a wing back anyway, because it's an inverted winger in front. And as I showed, if you paused on the combinations with the fullbacks and winger combinations, you'll see there's a lot of things that do and don't fit. And I've practiced many times with different roles. I've played like back in the day when I was that obsessive about tactics, and well, it's not necessarily tactics, it's understanding how the tactics interpret on the match engine, because you'll ask a player to play a particular way or a team instruction, and then you'll notice that nothing like that is happening, but that could be a number of reasons. You think that you click a button and they start playing like it. It doesn't happen. It takes time. The team have to get familiar with the tactics first and foremost, but also it's confidence. If your morale is at 50% and you've got a player with 20 finishing, his finishing is really going to be about 15 because of the confidence or the morale or the fitness or his connections with other players around him. So if you haven't got the lines between the players, then it's really difficult to get the players to do what you want them to do. And that's why this is a simulation, and quite a good one, because you'll make mistakes, and so will I. But we're just going to play maybe one more game after this. I want to see a win before I sort of turn it off. But yeah, I just wanted to identify how I set up, and hopefully it's something that you're interested in. I hope I haven't bored you too much, but it really is simple. Like, the more you overcomplicate the game, the worse it becomes. Go on, finish that please. Right, I'm just going to pause for a second because I'm getting a call. Yeah, so sorry about that. I was having a phone call. Obviously it's not delayed you at all, but had a phone call. Right, we're going to play one more. I'm not that bothered about that. It's a friendly. So far, not so good. So we get 2 friendlies, and then we've got to go into competitive games. And it kind of, I don't understand. Like, if you start a game in England, and I started Scotland early pre-season, but in England you would get 4 or 5 games friendlies, but then we're just straight into the cup with no fitness. I don't understand it. What's this? I'll just reject all offers to begin with, because I need to know. It takes hours to set up. It literally does take hours to set up properly. But this is how I play the game. I literally just throw myself into it, and then boom. This guy's a free agent. 26. Let me have a little look at you. Right, off the ball, 14, promising. Pace 14, acceleration 12, first touch 10, finishing 14, composure 13, bravery, anticipation, teamwork, vision, work rate, stamina. I mean, this guy's quite good. What's he going to cost? Leave him for free. Okay, let's see if leave him for free when 31st of the 12th. That's too long. I need you now. Can I? You can't even offer a contract. I tell you what, we are going to add you to the shortlist, eh? Definitely. Right, what else we got? Waterman, 31-year-old, pressing forwards, positioning off the ball, dribbling finish. He's not as good, is he? But he is still quite good. I like his mentals, apart from his vision. But he doesn't need vision as a goal scorer. What's his 2.3? 2,300. Is he a realistic signing? I mean, you can't even offer him contract. I don't. Hang on. Have we got any contract expired? Let's have a look at these ones. I don't want to pay money for a player, basically. Like Sanchez. Let's have a look at this guy. Finishing 9, but he's a target forward. 6 foot, heading, jumping reach, pace 12 as well. Do you know what? I think you're just the man. Oh, for God's sake. Can't have him. He won't sign. Oh, no. What is this guy? He's a winger. I want an actual striker. Finishing 12, composure 9, pace. Squad player. That's all you're going to be anyway. There you go. Boom. Right, we've got a player. Let's go. One more game. Let's just see how we roll. I don't think this save is going to be particularly easy, but I am looking forward to it. So let's look at the schedule. We're going to play this game against Sterling. Would you prefer me to come back after, like, to the Celtic game, or we do a run of 3 games each time? So we do Celtic, St Mirren, Motherwell, and then Rangers, Hibernian, Kilmarnock, maybe like that. Does that sound like a good plan? Let me know in the comments what you think of the video and what I'm doing. I mean, I haven't really gone into every detail about the tactics and whatnot, but I do feel that there's a few things that need to change. Like that, I prefer... I might put you as an anchorman, actually. Anchorman. How many subs have we got in this next game? How many can we have? Oh, I think it's 13. So let's get the opposition, the assistant to pick the team for a minute. What's he gone with? Crossing, pace. I want you to be a wing back support, and we're gonna play this. Let's try this. I'm gonna go cautious because our players are knackered. They have got no fitness at all. There's no point in playing expensive football. As I said before, I don't think we can do. Let's make sure we win this. We're playing in white today. I am gonna, just for the sake of highlights, just turn it up a little bit. I think we should just keep playing actually. How long has the video been going on for now? 1 hour 30. Do you know what? Let's go to 2 hours. I'm just going to quick fire go through the games now and see if we can turn this form around, even though no competitive game's been played until now. Over the top, nice. Look at the man, look at the man, look at the man. That was a tap in. A simple tap in, just line it. Decision making there, but look at the stats. 5 shots, 3 on target. Yeah, this is looking fairly good. Right, it's them now. Okay, so they're playing what I would call a suicide stretch. So they're playing quite a fair, like a standard line, but with a high press, or players that commit themselves forward. There's a big gap between midfield and attack, so they're playing long ball. What I need to be careful of is their over the tops like that, and he's just played him on side. Yeah, poor you, Richardson just played him on side. I could see that a mile off. So how do we fix that? We can literally replicate what they've just done, and try and make it more man for man, rather than having a big gap between the two. So we should be winning this game. Maybe bring the mentality up a bit. Shots. I mean, we're not getting any real decent chances, and if we don't get this highlight, I'm a little bit worried about the team, to be honest. But I genuinely believe it's down to the fitness levels, and that's an oversight from me, to be honest. Right, he's the guy who made the mistake a minute ago. I don't like the fact that they're just launching like that. Keeper, centre back, right back. Look, we're just launching. I feel like we should be controlling the game a bit more. Right, there we go. Right, okay, I'm not liking this. So, first and foremost, I'm going to bring the passing directness down a bit. What we're going to do is we're going to work the ball into the box, out of possession. I am going to bring this higher, much higher. Higher. Trigger the press on a positive mentality, up, 1. We're not going to prevent the short goal kick. I want them to start playing out, but I want to try and win the ball back. Counter press. We're not going to counter because we. Yeah, this. I'll be honest. I had it set up all wrong a minute ago. We're going to try and play a little bit of football against this team because we should be beating these teams anyway. Like, I'm not angry. I'm disappointed. Right, and then I expect more. You have the ability. You have the ability. Let's go. Right. Let's play football and try and outsmart this team. Because at the moment, we look shocking. There was nothing. Yellow card there. There was nothing that makes me feel like we're decent. I mean, they've had 2 shots and they're 1-0 up. And I'll be honest, it's my fault. I've not set it up correctly, and I tweak and make changes and try and get the best. Right, I feel like this is better. I feel like we set up better. Right, come on. So centre back. So D mid, centre mid, centre mid. Inverted winger, I'm not sure about it. Might go to plain wingers. wide. Out wide. I think it's shocking, isn't it? Like, the players not suiting the front men. Again, it is team cohesion. You've just got to persevere, push through. You've got to let them play together for a while and learn each other. Even though they've been together already, but when you take over a team, it's like no one. All of a sudden, we don't know anyone. We don't know how to play together anymore. It's ridiculous. But I try and keep it as close to it as I possibly can, so that we get the best transition. Yeah, I feel like the style of football we're trying to play, our players are not capable of. I mean, no, we're not capable of this. Right, I'm changing it again. I'm so sorry, but we're going to go higher tempo. A bit narrower. We're not going to work it out of possession. We're still going to press like we have been, but we're going to counter and regroup, because I feel like we're not doing well. We need to play like the underdog by the looks of it in every game until we find some form of, I don't know, repetitiveness. Yeah, I feel like we should be playing that style of football straight away. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. It takes a while, as I keep saying, it does take a while to adjust and find your feet. And I'm not scared to lose games to try and find the way. You've got to experiment. There we go, it's all us now. See? Because I'm thinking, do you know what? They're a top 4 side in Scotland, that they should be able to play like some form of possession football. Like, all teams can play football these days, but even the ones that are not so good, they're all playing out from the back. But this is not happening on this game. But again, cohesion. Right, this is nicer. Come on, we've got the game in our hands now. We're working on scraps. I don't know what that was. Got a player right next to him who could literally just pass it to 3-4 yards away. Right. Yeah, this is suiting us now. We'll get the second ball out wide. Use your man, that's it. In it goes. Switch of play. Oh, nice. But again, we could have tried to work it a little bit more, but I've told them not to. I just need to demand more. Because we're having the shots, we're just not making any good chances. Yeah. Inside. He's running the whole way. Go on, son. Nice. Finish. Oh, come on, somebody just score a goal. Can't buy a goal. I haven't made any subs or just been so caught up with the game. Right, let's see what Watkins can do. Oh, Molsky, you're on there. Matty Kennedy, centre. I kind of need to spend some time on that spreadsheet and put these players in exactly how they go. left wing, you. Defensive midfield. Look, we're playing a ball winner midfielder again. What? Oh, it's annoying. Defensive midfielder. Right. Instructions. Right, we're going to get right in their faces now. We're going to step up more. See, this is the extremes that I was telling you about. I don't know if it's good, because 9 times out of 10 when you do the extremes you get no highlights at all. Or, well, when I say you don't get any highlights, I mean for us attacking. It's just extremes don't work. I give up. Game over. That's 3 losses. 3 losses in a row. I can't actually believe it. Everything I've tried, whether it be long, short, attacking, countering, it's just not working. What I think I'm going to do in the next game is I'm going to play a deeper line, a deeper midfield, and we're just going to break from the front, because we're shocking, and the only way to get wins when your team is this bad is to literally go back to basics. So what we're going to do, tactics, come on here, we're going to lower line, lower block, less often triggering, but the front players, now you've got room to move. Anchor man is going to be a fullback on support, and if this doesn't work, then I guess we're kind of screwed. Right, central midfielder support. Let's go. So what I might do is just, we'll try this game. So we're trying to play counter style football, but we don't necessarily have fast players, but I feel like we need a big pitch. Right, 17-year-old, what's this? Okay, whatever. Vassal, here we go. We got him. He's a 3-star player, nothing special. But the beginning is just to grind, fill the holes, and look to get results. I mean, I don't understand why we had no friendlies though, but we're starting to get some conditioning into the players. Playing at home, firmly athletic. I feel like we should be beating this team though, to be fair. Let's go, come on. It would be much better if I actually did a stream and had people interacting. What do you think? Would you prefer watching a stream where you can talk to me whilst I'm doing this? Because at the moment I'm commentating on absolute garbage, because our team are not looking to do anything very well right now. But I'm confident I will turn it around. I always do. Spawn auto, thank you, not bothered. Respond, confirm. That's fine. Not bothered about shirt numbers. Right, Wolfski's back in. Where's the striker we just signed? Bissau, there he is. Yeah. He's literally just a squad player. I didn't buy him for the first team. Change the okay. We're not playing out from the back now, are we? No, let's just go. I'm just making sure we don't concede first and foremost, and then we look to build on attacks afterwards. So one of my strengths at this game is setting up a defence that's very difficult to beat. Just finding the lines based on pace, ability and opposition. Over the top, go. Right. What about you? In behind, look, go. That's it. Back post. Finish. Oh, that was close. Put his foot through it, son. This dinky little chip. Quite easily put his foot through that and I'll smash it in the back corner. Finish. I mean, it's looking better. It feels like all of the teams that we've played against have played this style I'm playing right now. That's why we haven't had much luck in possessions and over the top. It feels like we should win this one. I'm not remembering that. For their one strike, I can't offer it. Really? There's a goal coming, you can see there is, because the highlight is longer and longer. Just one mistake from their defence. Or one good cross. We're getting highlights now, I'm quietly confident. Seems like we're going to have to play low lines and break from the front. So the way you can play football, generally speaking, to sort of simplify it, is if you play with possession style, you need the guys from the back generally to come up and support the front men so they can overlap and create overloads. But if you haven't got the players to do that, it's very difficult, and if they're not confident or fit or whatever, they can't get up and down and do that intricate passing where they're chop and changing, whereas defensive football is direct football, which is what we're playing. Even though it says positive, this is not attacking football in that kind of sense. It's not dominant possession style football. This is what people would call defensive. I don't know. It's just interpretation of tactics, especially pundits. They don't explain it too well, and that's half the reason why I'm sort of looking into tactics. Because you'll watch a football game and you can see exactly what they're going. Like when they say I haven't got a proper number 9, and it's like, well, you don't actually need a number 9 to score goals and win matches. You just need to utilise the opposite. So Dirk Kuyt for Liverpool, he was a poacher, but he was more a deep line forward on support, like a Firmino type player, but old school. And he would do it on the wing quite often as well. He'd be like a wide playmaker from the front. But he didn't score goals, but he would help the team. And he'd close down. He was pressing forward as well. And it's just understanding tactics is something I love to do. It's always changing. It's always evolving. Pep Guardiola is like bringing it completely to life. I feel like I should really have done a team that I know. But we're playing well in this game, but we're just not getting there. Low line, they head up over the top. I mean, we haven't got blistering pace. Let's have a look. Look, he's playing shocking. Let's have a look. Right, so what is wrong with you, mate? Advance forward, pace 14, acceleration 14. He's not in the game at all. He's not in the game. And it's not the setup. I'm thinking that if we are going to... Hang on. Passing, vision, decisions. Right, I'm going to change it up a little bit. Because if we are going to play a counter-attacking style football, then we're going to need... defensive midfielder, hello. Sorry, this is not right. Come back. Right, D mid, defensive. Segunde Volante. Who's the best at this role? Because this is quite important. Shinny. Right, and then who's the best at this role? Because this is quite important. He's fine. Okay, so that's fine. And then attacking midfielder, support, low. That's fine. I might actually change you to an advanced playmaker, support, because then he's going to support these front men. And I want one of you at least. No, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. On winger attack. And who's the best man for this? Well, Pissell, apparently. Come down to see ya. Just changing it up a bit. If we're going to play counter-style football, let's do it properly. Look at the winger. Use him, please. You've got 2 now, come on. Look at the overload. This should be a goal. But it's not. Something is not quite right with my team. And I know exactly what it is. It's the cohesion. You've just got to get past that. The team bonding. The pre-season friendlies, which I didn't have set up. It's my own fault. So this is the pre-season. But you can see that we're making improvements slowly and surely. It will get better. And I appreciate you. And I appreciate the people that are still watching right now, because this is long. I appreciate it. We're at 1 hour 54 now. I'm not appreciating this at all. I've just got a feeling though, if I go to the attacking tactic, naturally, if everybody was fit and if team cohesion was there, we'd be playing that attacking formation right now. We really would. Oh God, this is shocking. Actually, Aberdeen are terrible. I saw better football playing as my what are they called? Hereford team is playing better football than these right now. I think they'll beat them. Right, sorry, I'm going to have to see whether this attacking does anything. Midfield centre, let's change you over. Sorry, I'm just trying to work out what to do here because this just isn't very good. I can't lie. I'm not impressed with this start to the point where I'm thinking if I upload this, you guys are going to be bored and I look like I have not got a clue as to what I'm doing. Finish now. Hey, oh, I thought that was in. Really? Come on. Come on, more. One more highlight, please, and I want it to be a goal in the back of the net. No? I can wait and be a concede. I tell you what, if this is a concede, I think I concede, but I don't know what I'm doing. 1, 2 penalties. Come on. It would, honestly. Oh, there you go. Well done. Okay, we finally got a win, although by default it's not really a win. But it will get better, I can assure you. But anyway, those of you that have made it this far, I really, really do appreciate it. If you can give it a like, thumbs up, all of that. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and yeah, I'm really sorry. My production probably isn't the greatest. I was very nervous about doing this video. My anxiety levels were really high. Even thinking about what is it I'm going to talk about, because I know what I want to say, and quite often I will have the conversation and then realise that I've missed stuff out and overanalyze and really think about what was said, and sometimes my brain is just really noisy, and it's just the autism and everything that's going on that I'm sort of trying to fix right now. But I can't lie, it's not a very good start, is it? We played 4 and we won 1 by penalties, but we are establishing the team, so it is what it is. But yeah, I'll leave it there. But thanks for watching. You take care.